Joe Mullender, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm all good.
Thank you so much for talking to Bayloric TV.
No problem. It's good to be here.
Alright, so we know you've got a fight tomorrow night against Gary Bolden.
Yeah, that's right. Gary Bolden.
So, tell us a little more about you. First of all, you're known as Smoking Joe, right?
Yeah, well, they call me Smoking Joe because I didn't call myself Smoking Joe. I wouldn't have dared to give myself that name. But yeah, I've been obviously sparring around the gyms, and obviously people getting to know me, and then people just say I'm exactly like him and I fight like him. So yeah, everyone started calling me Smoking Joe, and it just stuck.
Okay, so what's your record?
I've had 4 as a pro, and won all 4 and stopped 2.
Okay. So, what weight are you?
I'm fighting at middleweight at the minute, but hopefully I'll be going down to light middleweight.
Okay, is there a reason why you're going down to light middleweight, or?
Just at the minute where I'm weighing in and on the day, so I'm just weighing in at a weight that I'm sort of comfortable at the minute, and then obviously once hopefully I'll fight for a title, then I'll go draw down a little bit more, and then weigh in the day before, and then obviously come back up to what I am. So that's why.
So what's your natural walk around weight, would you say?
I walk around at about 12 stone.
Okay.
So I would draw down to 11 stone for a title, and then I'd come back up to about 12 stone ready to fight.
I mean, how easy do you find it making weight?
I hate making weight. It's hard. It is hard making weight because you've obviously got to train through making weight, but it's something that not I only have to deal with, it's all fighters have to deal with. I mean, for any generation, all fighters will tell you making the weight is the hardest bit of fighting. So that's what I'm always told when I'm moaning in the gym, I'm hungry, I'm starving. He said, whoever you're fighting's hungry and starving as well, just shut up.
Yeah, fans like to hear that because you hear a lot of boxers that say, "Oh yeah, I'm making weight fine." But it's good to hear something different. It's good to hear a refreshing.
They're normally lying if they say that.
Are they?
Yeah. I personally think so anyway.
No, we're bang on the weight. It's easy. We're making weight. It's no problems.
Right, mate.
So who you trained by?
I'm trained by Jason Rowland, who's an ex-British world champion. So I've got a really good team behind me, and obviously with my stable mates every day, good stable mates like Mitchell Smith, Miles Shinkwin, Tony Conquest. I've got a really good stable sparring and that. So yeah, we have good banter all day, and yeah, it's a good stable.
A lot of people are talking about Mitchell Smith as well, so. Yeah,
he's a good boy, little Mitchell. Sometimes he spars me and he thinks because I'm bigger than him he can beat the hell out of me, but sometimes I have to give him a little play.
So, this fight against Gary Bolden, I looked at his record. His last 3 fights have been losing fights, losing record last 3 fights. Why are people picking him over you and suggesting that you are in deep water?
To be honest, my honest opinion, I don't really know, and I don't really let things like that faze me. I'm not one to talk before fights saying, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I get on with what I've got to do. Fighting's what I do, I love fighting, so I'll just say, yeah, whatever, I'll see you in the ring. So
it's as simple as that.
It is as simple as that. I'm not interested in all the hype before fights, talking about what he's going to do, and I respect Gary Bolden. I don't ever look at him and go, he's had 3 losses, this is going to be an easy fight. So a lot of people obviously think he's too much for me. Obviously, I know what I can do, so I'll just do it fight night, and then.
Okay, let's get into them. So why do you think people are suggesting, oh, he's too much for you?
I just think probably because obviously the way I fight, I haven't had a lot of amateur background in boxing. I had 15 amateur fights, I won 13 of them. But because I've only had 15 amateur fights, so I think people would look at my amateur record and go, oh, he hasn't had a lot of experience, and Bolden's probably got too much experience for me. But to be honest, the way I fight anyway doesn't really matter. So I let people say what they want to say, and he's had 3 losses, but he's not an idiot. Do you know what I mean? He's still dangerous. Everyone can punch as a pro, so I'll give him the respect he deserves. But then again, I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, I'm going to give him too much respect, because I'm not. The way I fight, I'm just going to do what I do, which is I'm a come forward fighter, and I will never change the way I fight because that's how I naturally fight. So I think people will say Gary Bolden will be able to outbox me and things like that, but I'll make sure that that ain't the case.
So, if I had never seen you box before, describe to people what Joe Mullen, Smoking Joe, is all about.
I'm a fighter. That is me. All my stablemates and trainers, they all get into me every day about, because I don't think I've ever thrown a jab in my life. So
Right.
they call me Smoking Joe because I'm all looks and rolling and coming forward. But that is me down to a T. I love to fight. I don't get nervous about fighting. I know what I have to do, and I will, no matter what stage I'm on, I will do what I do, and that is from the first round, try and make it a fight until the last minute that we're in there. So people say about game plans and what he's going to do. I wonder what he's going to do. I know what I'm going to do, and I tell people what I'm going to do. So I'm going to come to fight, and that's it. And that's not being big-headed, saying I can fight and I'm going to do this to you and do that. I'll never say that ever to any fighters or talk myself up like that. I just fight how I fight, and I want to do my best in there, and hopefully my best is good enough.
So let's say you come across an opponent who says, oh, I'll have you, I'll do this, you'll do that, and starts shouting from the rooftops about you. Then what happens? Pardon?
I'd smile and I'd laugh at you.
Really? What happens if you got started getting personal?
I'll just do it for more when I'm in there. Talk's cheap. Talk outside of a ring it means nothing. At the end of the day, if you look at the top fighters in the past, yeah, some fighters talk, some fighters don't talk. But as long as you do it in the ring, that's where the public want to see.
Right.
Let's get in a ring, punch the hell out of each other, blood everywhere, and I'm willing to give them that because I love that. That's what I love to do. So when fighters are talking themselves up before fights, yeah, I'll just smile at him. I won't say nothing. I'll just smile and I'll see you in the ring.
So in terms of, is this a full-time thing for you at the moment in terms of boxing? I don't mean that in a disrespectful sense. I mean, do you have a job or anything like that, or is it just?
I work outside. When I'm not close to a fight,
yes,
I actually work in the gym myself. So
okay.
I'll do a bit of personal training on the side of when I'm not obviously fighting.
Obviously. Just
to earn a bit of extra money and things like that. So, but when it gets close to fight time, like a month before a fight, I won't really be working because I'm training 2-3 times a day. So I haven't really got time to work. But obviously it's hard when you first turn professional because there's not bundles of money in it until you get to a certain level. And I mean, and all fighters know that. So that's why I really push now to obviously get myself up there, and hopefully it's all about fighting for titles and bigger purses.
I mean, see, a lot of people who watch boxing think, oh, will you turn pro, and then you have a fight, get paid some good money, and then you get a world title shot. Is it as simple as that?